I believe that. Good morning, everyone. Or let me say good afternoon to every one of us there in Nigeria. I hope you can all hear me. I welcome every one of us to this program this morning here and afternoon there in Nigeria, I sincerely believe. I welcome everybody, Dr. Lynn, Honorable Enola Ishola, Mr. Kofurola Shuneye, Mr. Stephen Ogunleye. I welcome every one of you to this program. And I believe this is a brainstorming program, and we are all going to benefit from it. I believe every one of us, we are here. Please, I would like us to unmute ourselves and introduce ourselves so that we can know ourselves. Dr. Lynn, please, can you introduce yourself?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Hello.
They can hear you. They mute themselves so that you can speak.
Okay, my name is Dr. Lynn Bassi. Nice to meet everyone.
It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Koforola, can you please introduce yourself? Or Mr. Stephen Ogunleye, any one of you can introduce himself.
Okay, good afternoon, everybody. Here from Nigeria, precisely Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Stephen Ogunleye. The Director of Media and Communication to Lagos Central PDP candidate, Prince Wale Gomez. Nice being with you here.
Thank you for joining us, Mr. Stephen. I know you to be an honorable also. So thanks for joining. Mr. Kofurola Shuneye, also please, we'd like you to introduce yourself. And Honorable Enola also said she's in a training, but she's with us, that she may not be able to talk for now, but she's listening to whatever I am saying. Well, let's start because we don't really have much time. And I believe every one of us, we are here for a purpose. And every one of us, we are all aware of the importance of media, especially in politics. 2 weeks ago, we talked about the role of media in politics. The role of media in politics. I had it on my YouTube that I reposted on all platforms so that everybody can also benefit from what we discussed. And a lot of people commented on it, and a lot of people also sent me some messages and some questions. Like I said last week, I told the participants that we'll be looking at area of fake news, propaganda, misinformation, malinformation, and disinformation. And many of us that were here, thank God, Stephen Ogunleye, you are a media person. Dr. Lynn, she's also all of us that were here, we are media person. And but unfortunately, many of people that are on social media, they don't really understand what media is. And I spoke about the advantages and disadvantages last week, 2 weeks ago, when we have the roles of media in politics. As social media has its own advantages, there are a lot of disadvantages that social media has. So, and part of the disadvantages is where we picked up this area of fake news, malinformation, propaganda, disinformation, and also misinformation. So today, we are going to start with fake news. Please, I'm going to share another screen so that we can follow up with the topics that I will be sharing. Hello, I believe we are all here.
Yes, we are.
We are going to start with fake news. Fake news. What is fake news? You can see what I'm sharing. Can you say it, please? Can you see what I shared now?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you so much. The topic we're looking at is fake news, propaganda, misinformation, and disinformation. We're also going to look at malinformation. So people will look at it and said, all these are just English. They are same thing. No, they are not. They are different areas of, how will I put it, of sending out information. It has a lot of differences that we're going to look at today. Let's start with fake news. Thank God, majority of us that we are here. I want to put myself on video so that you can see my face. My name is Omolara Williams, and everybody knows me as Omolara. It's a pity. This is me, and I'm welcoming every one of us to the program. Like I said, owns this Lara Williams Media, and I decided to make use of it to touch a lot of people's life so that we cannot be a stranger to what media entails. Okay, what is fake news? Definitions make us to know that in the area where we are today, a lot of people make use of internet for three major things: information, education, and entertainment. I hope you can understand what I'm talking about. A lot of people, either men, youth, women, even elderly people, they will sit at home and with their phone with them, they may be looking at YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, a lot of it, WhatsApp, to get a lot of information and also share millions of posts and articles and videos across platforms. Many of us, when we wake up this morning, on most of our platforms, we saw a lot of things, either Facebook, either WhatsApp, either Twitter. You know, we got a lot of information from there. But the truth is, adoption of social media, it has led to rise in information sharing among users, which all of us, we are going to look at it. But among it, we have fake news, which has become a component of our digital daily routine. This morning, a lot of information has gone up in our political platforms where you cannot even hold on to any truth, any evidence or document to back it up. But truly, there's an adage that said, in every rumor, there is always an iota of truth. But are we sure that these people are passing the truth, the real information? No. There is no way you can authenticate this information, and which is part of ethic of our profession. I read that the ethics of the profession last week, among which I said objectivity is part of this ethic of the profession. Fairness is part of it. Equity is part of it. You have to be factual with whatever you are doing, is part of it. and a lot more of it. But unfortunately, many of our news, can we even be bold that what we are saying or telling people is right? Can we really authenticate it? And can we really even verify all this news? This makes it easy to share. Simply, why? Because it is on platform, it is on YouTube, it is on Twitter. You know, the funniest thing is that the way a lot of our bloggers are making use of the YouTube today to gather people, to gather many people, so that at least they have the strength. Especially our is it Yoruba wood or Nollywood, we call them. It has gone beyond what media is all about. Fine, education, information, and entertainment. Are they really entertaining us with all their secrets? Can we even verify all what they are saying? These all things are significant, and it has a lot of influence on our environment, even our political environment. The term fake news eludes reports, images, and videos. They are shared purposefully to misinform people. That is, information that is factually incorrect. I hope you can understand what I'm saying. It is, you don't have any facts to back it up. People just wake up and said, okay, oh, what can I say? Oh, that we even trail. What can I say that can disturb everybody, that they will continue to look for the fact? Okay, they said these two people met yesterday. What can I say and say that, okay, that is what the outcome of their meeting. In the morning you wake up and see it on your platform. These news items may appear authentic. Don't get me wrong. Even when you see the headlines, it will be so catchy. You look at it and say, this thing look truthful. This thing can be truth, because there are some things that is a fact there, because they will make it in a way that you yourself, you cannot run away from it. You will think is the truth. And these are news items that it may appear authentic at first, and also attempt to attract attention. That's where I said catchy, shock, or shape opinions. Fake news can be created by individuals. A lot of them are doing that. A lot of them. And it can be a group. It is not only one person. It is not only two persons. It can be a group. They can form a group and be spreading different types of fake news. Another thing is that the creation of misinformation is usually motivated by personal, political, or economic agenda. Let's look at the personal. For example, now, Dr. Lin is here. I know Dr. Lin very well. We are all articulated. We are all part of the struggle. And now she's a senior or special assistant to Alhaji Atiku Abubakar. And then I look at it and said, why should it be Dr. Lin? Why not me? I must look for something to bring her down. You know, this PhD level, pull him down syndrome. The next thing is that I will now start looking for fake news, something that can put up to the press. And some media houses, some media personalities, without fighting the facts, without even thinking, can this be the truth? They went ahead and start writing stories about Dr. Lynn. They may even started with the truth part of her life, what she does, how she graduated, the group that she belongs. So definitely you will look at it and say, they know everything about this person, so they cannot be lying. Whereas they only put those things forward to make it catchy, and the story they wanted to sell, they will put it in between. I hope you are all getting what I'm saying. The sharing of fabricated news to shape public opinion on certain topics is not a recent phenomenon. It's something that has been happening. Let me be frank with you. There are some sensational headlines or political articles used to spread lies and propaganda have been around since the emergence of print media. I'm sorry to use print media, but sincerity is that most of these things always come from print media. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. And you can imagine, even here in America where I am now, during the election of Donald Trump, one of the presidents that I've seen that make use of media is Donald Trump. When I was in Nigeria, I always look at it and say, Donald Trump, oh, this man, we must vote for him. We must do this, we must do that. When I got here, I saw a lot of things different from what I have been saying. Like I said, a growing number of people use the internet to spread fake news. To spread fake news. And the agenda is nothing more than is either to destroy the person personally, it may be a political one, and it may be an economical one. But I want us to know that when we see this fake news, it looks as if it is real, but it is fake. Okay, let's continue. Fake news also refers to false reports or misinformation shared in the forms of articles or anything we can be talking about. And we have different types of fake news. Fake news is mostly used to manipulate public opinion for political or commercial gain. That is the truth. Is either a political agenda, or maybe they are producing the same product and there is a competition between them. And that's why you see some products that some people will put up a report and be destroying another person's product. Same thing happens in politics. All the political parties, they are selling their products. And what they'll be looking at is what they can use to destroy the brand that the other party is selling. So we have different types of fake news that exist. There is something that we call clickbait. Fake news is mostly used to manipulate public opinion for political or commercial gain. But false reports are also regularly used as part of sensational headlines in the form of a clickbait, which aims to attract people to click through to link website and generalize advertising income. Many people don't know something. I kept looking at some news blog. When you click it, it will not go straight to the information you want to get from there. What it will be focusing on is the advertisement. Maybe somebody wanted to sell their drugs. Maybe somebody is into some other fraud activities. And I imagine, how can somebody be using his website for something like that? We call that clickbait. It will attract you. They will bring a headline. It will be very attractive. They will say, ask you to click. By the time you click, the next thing you'll be seeing is websites and some advertisements that will bring them. I want you to be aware of those people. Most of their news is fake news. There is something we also call phishing attempts. Phishing attempts also use simulated informations. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Phishing attempts also use simulated information and abuse the trust of internet users. Many of us will just go online. We don't really know what is happening there. And authentic contact forms are used in websites. Let me tell you the truth. When you click on any news, there is something we call contact forms. And it is used to collect personal user data for the purpose of identity theft. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. It is used, we call it phishing attempts. Those people that did computer, they will understand what I'm talking about. And anybody that did information technology will also understand what I'm talking about, phishing. Then other common phenomena are email hoaxes in the form of chain mail, which threaten recipients with issues in case they fail to share an email. Now, let's look about these 4 common types of fake news. Number 1, when we are talking about fake news, there is targeted misinformation. Yes, this person is targeted, and what we want to do is to spread a fake news about him for self-servicing interest. Targeted information is often directed at groups that are more susceptible to receiving this type of information and easily accept and share polarizing content without verifying its authenticity. It's a pity many of us will do this. Many of us will go ahead and be clicking on different type of news, different type of information without caring about our informations, our data. We need to verify the authenticity of that information before we start sharing. There is something we call copy and paste. Many people are used to that. They will just go to one place, copy that information so that they will say, yes, this person is very active on social media, and start posting what is not real. There's another one we call fake headlines. That one is something that is very normal in Nigeria. I saw something this morning. Somebody was talking about Wike. Governor Wike said another blow is coming. You know, when you read something like that, you laugh, because all these people are using all these headlines to sell their wrong information. Please, where did they sit with Governor Wike and Governor Wike said another blow is coming? Fine, he may utter some words, but fake headlines that is depicting fictitious fact to generate attention, something to be attractive, something to attach your news to and make people to start rushing to go and read. These are regularly employed by less credible publications, such as the tabloid newspapers. Readers often quickly realize that the content of the articles does not match the headline. Their titles are referred to clickbait headlines. Like when I was talking about the clickbait. So these are the headlines that we call clickbait headlines. I hope we are following us. Then another type of fake news is viral posts. This is a new way of spreading new articles and content on social media networks. As a consequence, users often do not take the time to authenticate posts because large social networks favor shares. A lot of people, they will just see this viral post. They don't even know where the post is coming from. They don't know the person that stood or the person that wrote that information. The next thing you see them doing is sharing it. And because on websites, there are some plugins that can give you opportunity of sharing your informations. You know, technology has allowed a lot of things. So you can share on Twitter, you can share on WhatsApp, you can share on Facebook, you can share on TikTok. You can go ahead and spread viral posts. Then the other one we have, which is the fourth one, is a satire. That's a satirical news, pick up on current affairs and news items and mix them with fictions. That is very much in Nigeria. And often absurd events. You know, this type of fake news, it raises awareness of social issues or criticize political wrongdoing. But there's always the danger that humorous components go undetected and the pieces are considered to be true. Let me tell you something. There is somebody in Nigeria now contesting. If the person holds the mic and started talking, my brothers and sisters, if didn't go back to confirm, you will think what the person is saying is the truth. Whereas we still have the facts that you need to go back and confirm. But many of us, we don't check, we don't go back and check. And he will be telling you, go and confirm. There is one that we confirmed, and I posted it and said, we have confirmed it, it's a lie. Because document doesn't lie. And it's very unfortunate that this is what they are using in Nigeria now. Then let us look out, how do we detect fake news? Please, if you have any question, just be putting it down. We'll soon get to area where we'll be asking, where we can ask our questions. Before I go into misinformation, I want us to look at how do we detect fake news? Although lots of fake news appears believable, that is the truth, and we can't take it from them. It's also easy to debunk if you follow some few steps or methods that I'll be describing. If you can be doing that regularly, it will become very easy to distinguish real from fake news. Number one, check the sender. That is number one. Check the sender. For example, you need to verify the social media profile of the person that is sending this information. I hope you understand what I mean. The social media of the person. Check the Facebook. Is this a real person? Check the Twitter, the Twitter platform also. Try and check some social media profile of the person that sent that information, and ask yourself this following question. Number one, how old is their social media account? Somebody that just opened Facebook yesterday, a personal Facebook page yesterday, and you can imagine how many years Facebook has been existing. And you think, okay, well, because I want to be sending out some fake news, let me quickly open a profile page for myself on Facebook. It's not possible. You need to verify the social media of the sender before you share a post. Then ask yourself the following question: how old is their social media? Then number two, does the account have a blue verification mark? You know, there is a mark even on your Facebook that gives you that, yes, this person is a real person. If you don't know, maybe next lecture, I'm going to open up some of our social media platforms and explain to us how you can know a real person and different from somebody that has acted another person and now using that person picture like personification. So which types of content are predominantly shared? If you look at the person profile, what is this person always talking about? For example, now, somebody that is IPOB member, I'm sorry to use that as an example, that you know this person has been a member of this IPOB member, and now election is coming. The person now started speaking against another political party that he thinks is not in support of IPOB. Definitely, you know, you expect something like that to come from such people because they will never support anybody that do not support them. Even Yoruba nation, that is a fact. Then a new social media account with 2 friends, followers, sharing sensational content could point to a social bot or internet troll, like what I have said earlier. Somebody, because he wants to start fake news, he went to go and open a fake profile, either on Facebook, either on WhatsApp, and started posting what is not normal. You need to verify the photos and the videos of that people. Yes. Visual content can be quickly taken out of context. Then watch out for location markers such as advertising signs, road signs, or car license plates, and check whether they match the image location. Somebody will be in Nigeria and we put in a white person picture on his platform. By the time you go to the friends platform on the page, you will now be seeing somebody in Ikorodu, somebody in Ekpe, somebody in Agege, and the person is now putting a white man picture on his platform. Is that not a fraud? Can a white man has all Nigerians friends and doesn't even have 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 white friends? You can get all this information through all this. Then another thing is that videos are more difficult to authenticate. That's the truth, because you look at videos as a document. You know, in programs, when we're talking about programs in media, we're talking about the number, the type of programs that we produce. That is the truth, and it has to be factual. It's a documentary program. A documentary program is factual, and there's no way you can remove anything from there. But for today, my brothers and sisters, they can edit a video. Yes, I remember there was a training one time at my place of work. The person was talking. It was recorded, and they targeted a particular place that they will be able to make use of what he was saying against him. And they were successful. And the person cannot even deny that he didn't say that, because it was his voice. They removed what he was saying before that statement and what he said after that statement. They left only that word. You can see they create all these people, they create deep fake videos. Do you understand what I'm saying? There are some software, computer software, that you can use for editing. And because of this software, they were able to create deep fake videos, which replaces faces in original videos. But there's something that we call YouTube data viewer. I want you to write it down. YouTube data viewer. With that, it is created by Amnesty International. Every one of us know Amnesty International. With that YouTube data viewer, you can be able to find an original video. You can be able to find out if the video you are watching is a true video or a fake one. So when you make use of that YouTube data viewer, you can be able to get it. Then check the imprints or authors. Check the input or authors. These are the things you can be able to use to get if a news is fake or real. Then I want us to know that some websites contain imprints or information on copyright and authors. If this type of information is missing, you should not trust the source of shared content. Then check the URL. I know you may look at it and say this is a long steps, but if you can be able to do 1 or 2, 3 out of these things that I've mentioned, you'll be able to get if the news is real or the news is fake. I hope you are getting what I'm saying. Some types of fake news take on the sign of well-known media brands to evoke trustworthiness. Let me be frank with you. Even our banks, these fraudsters, they can go and make use of the pictures of our banks and be sending information to us. But one thing is that there will definitely be a mistake. They can't get it right. But if you are not careful enough, you may be looking at it as if what they are saying is the truth. And say, this is my first bank account. Oh, this is my Keystone Bank account. Whereas it is from them. So you need to verify the URL in a browser. You click on it and see if the website will bring out the real picture of that organization or groups or anyone. Sometimes the only difference is a hyphen, or it can be just hyphen, or the domain ending with .net instead of .com. I hope you understand. For example, now, Lara Williams Media is .org, and somebody now writes laramedia.net. That is not our website. So you need to verify and say, if First Bank is not using .org, First Bank is using .com, then why did they get .org from? All these things are things you need to verify. Always check the date of a news piece and whether alternative media sources are reporting on same issue. If no alternative trustworthy sources are available, it's most likely fake news. The truth is that some of these news agencies, many of the news agencies, what they make use of are people like NAN, FRCN, and some other stations like that, channels, and so on and so forth. Arise just came. So, but the sincerity is that when there is information, try as much as possible to verify if there are some alternative trustworthy sources that are available, if they are sharing such news. If not, I'm sorry, it's most likely a fake news. Wow, we have different type of examples of fake news, you know. Let me look at something that it has to do with world events. For example, the areas of AIDS conspiracy. Before digitalization of information, blind media, the trust was used to spread wrongful information on behalf of a secret service by the GDR and Soviet Union. That was West German media in the 1980s. You know, they spread the news that AIDS virus has been created by US Secret Service, CIA. I hope we are aware of that. It's not something that is new. You can get it online. They said it was the US that caused the CIA, that caused AIDS. They are the one that is spreading AIDS. Started campaigning it about it. Why? That is fake news. Also, we talk about the Bitcoin scam. I think Honorable Niola is there. She can testify to that. as cryptocurrencies gained popularity in recent years, the number of scams and fraudulent practices have increased. Alleged Bitcoin trading platforms advertise their services using fictitious reviews by famous people to grow public trust. The reviews suggested high gains to potential investors, whereas how many people are really benefiting from this? Then fake news on immigration. I even read one today. There was one that was telling me that Voice of Nigeria, sorry, that American embassies have started collecting letter applications from Nigerians for green card. It's a big lie. Nigeria name is not there. Nigeria name, a lot of it will be coming and coming and coming. And if you look at the embassy's website, instead of .us, you may be saying .net, .com, website that did not exist. We just have to be aware and we have to be careful so that we will not be deceived. Then what are the consequences of fake news on society? I would have loved to open the floor so that before I go into that, I would like us to share some things so that I want us to know if we really know or get some points from what I've said. I would like us to unmute ourselves and speak on what I've just said so that we can move forward. Thank you. I want to pause here. I want to hear from you too. Dr. Lynn, Stephen Ogunlaye, please, I want to hear from you. Hello.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Omola. I think your lecture is a bit mind blowing, and I will commend you on that. So, talking about in context of fake news, misinformation, malinformation, and all of that. Yes, we quite understand how it do play out, especially even in business world. When there was a time when there was a circulation about Lacosera apple drink, it took them a lot for the brand. I'm a brand communication person, so I will speak about brand. It took a lot for the brand to come out and debunk such claim and also do some marketing activity to further clarify what has been established with other people. So in most cases, it's if it go the other wrong way, it costs the recipient more to do image to redeem their image and all of that. Now, but in the political space, I want to say that it depends on how civil you want to go. It is unavoidable. So unavoidable in the sense that in as much as sometimes we always want to rush to do, most persons on the media wants to do first to share. So in the process of first to share, or I'm the first person to witness this, I'm the first person to post this out, we don't verify. We don't do further checks. We don't, as some people don't even, they have turned to copy and paste agents. that they don't read. By the time they now point out the error in the document, in the write-up that they post, that's when they will know that, oh, actually I forwarded it. No, you don't need to forward a message that you yourself is not a believer of the message. So the first thing is to read the message, assimilate it. If it does, I'm talking about political space now. If it's not convincing to you, then don't bother to share it. I am in several groups, but I don't share like copy and paste or whatever. I will read, and when I read, if it's a story, I will quickly go on Google and type it. If Google do not validate it, or I can't find it in any website or anything, then I won't go ahead. I will hold on until it becomes a viral. Some news you might be the first to know, but it has not been captured online. So I will ensure that, because if you value your image, you definitely want to do verification before going online to go and spread false news. But also, propaganda can also be a positive action in political space. So if I know that this person is my perceived opponent and all of that, I can come up with a propaganda just like what if you look at the political space now, the presidential candidate of the ruling party, they are currently struggling with their image making. The reason is because Nigerians have put them on an edge whereby they are always defending. There is always something out there, and it's also a strategy for the opposition party by keeping to attack them, pushing them into a corner where they don't have time to even strategize to tell Nigerians this is what we can do. They are busy every week trying to sort out the propagandas on ground. So they said your guy cannot stand up very well. They will now go and sit down and say, okay, what do we now, which narrative are we going to tell? Before they finish that one, the other people will come with another one again. So they're already on the defensive side due to propaganda. So if the other party, the opposition party, understand that as their weapon, then they don't need to slow down. They need to continue to fire, because in an election, everything becomes a weapon for you. So to me, propaganda in that aspect is a positive one. But in terms of false news, fake news, misinformation, and all of that, it has to be totally eradicated in our midst. If you want to push out propaganda, it's different from when you are bringing out fake news, like saying that there is a fire outbreak in Ijaniki right now. You know, that is a false alarm. You know, so that one to me should be taken away from our space. People, most especially on WhatsApp group, you know, we have semi-media people now that on WhatsApp group, they are media champions, but really they are not trained media personnel. The etiquette of people on WhatsApp is sometimes tiring in terms of forwarding messages. Some people will forward message and even forward the same message that they picked from the particular group to the same group again. So there is what they call trust but verify. So to me, I will say read but verify. So you need to confirm every information, everything that people are posting before you become an agent of spreading it. Thank you. I will hold on for now. You need to mute. You are on mute. You are on mute, Omolara.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate you. And I thank you so much. You've said it all. And I can say that you look at it at the commercial aspect of it and also at the political aspect of it. And the one thing I want us to know is that democracy thrives. It thrives when people are informed. And if they are not informed, it can lead to problems. That is what Wattsman says. And most of these problems can also resolve to violence. Fine, propaganda is a very good thing. You understand, when it has to do like in a competition, like in a political setup or economic setup, like between two brands that want to sell. But at the same time, information is power. If people are informed, definitely democracy will thrive. But if they are informed, it can also resulted into problems, and those problems may resulted into violence. So, for a quick one, let us go to misinformation. Some people are trying to join. I think maybe it's because of Nigerian internet. Excuse me, but I believe that we're here, we really achieve, and definitely it's going to be on my YouTube. I'm going to post it on my YouTube, so other people also can also benefit from it. What is misinformation? You know, misinformation is incorrect or misleading information. It's something that we have to take it like that. And also it is different from disinformation. And what makes it different? When you disinform people, you know that the truth is this, but I deliberately want to be deceptive. You know, rumors are information not attributed to any source. And so they are all unreliable and often unverified, but can turn out to be either true or false. And at the same time, misinformation can continue to influence actions and memory. Misinformation is false. Misinformation is misleading. And misinformation is out of context, content shared without an intent to deceive. That is the difference between misinformation and disinformation. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say here. Disinformation is purposefully false or misleading content shared with an intent to deceive and to cause harm. Whereas you have to be suspicious of information that elicits strong positive or negative emotions. It contains extraordinary claims, speaks to your biases, or isn't properly sourced. Before sharing content, make sure the source is reliable and check to see if multiple sources are reporting the same information. Just like what you just said now. Many people will never go back to confirm or to authenticate or to cross-check the information they are about to share. What they will do is to go ahead and be spreading false information. For example, now, when we look at misinformation, it contains content that are biased, false, or taken out of context, but without any intent to deceive. When family members share bogus health claims or political conspiracy theories on Facebook, they are not trying to trick you. They are under the impression that they are passing along legit information. In reality, they are spreading misinformation. You understand what I'm trying to say? Examples of misinformation, like this issue of coronavirus pandemic. There are a lot of different ways that were on social media on how to treat coronavirus, which they believe that, okay, the virus, it can be cured. Those who share inaccurate information and misleading statistics, they weren't doing that to harm people. In fact, most were convinced they were helping, especially our tridomedical platform. That is the truth. They were thinking that they are helping people. But unfortunately, they are doing more harms. That is misinformation. This type of false misinformation can also include satire or humor erroneously shared as truth. Misinformation can be your Uncle Bob saying that I'm passing this along because I saw this. A lot of voice notes that some people will just record and send on platform. And people will listen to those voice notes instead of trying to get some facts. Is this thing right? They will not. Instead of that, they will copy and post and start spreading the news. Misinformation is widespreading on online. It's enough to make you want to disappear from the internet. And it doesn't just cause unnecessary confusion, it can lead to real harm. People die because of misinformation. That is fact. That is fact. It could be argued that people have died because of misinformation during the pandemic. For example, by taking a drug that is not effective or something that is even harmful. A lot of people died because of that misinformation. Misinformation also makes some people to skip vaccine and believe that they don't need to take vaccine. Why would they take vaccine? Because of some misinformations that are being passed on Facebook, on our social media. And those things led to unnecessary deaths. Also, misinformation can be harmful in other more subtle ways as well. It also prevents from making truly informed decisions, and it may even steer people towards decisions that conflict with their own best interests. Once a person adopts a misinformed viewpoint, it's very difficult to get them to change their position. I would like to stop here. So, and I want you to also say something about it, Mr. Stephen Ogunleye.
Okay, thank you so much, Mrs. Lara. You are so informed about the topic of today. So, like you mentioned, misinformation, false and incorrect information, they are actually out there everywhere on social media, staring at us. And like I mentioned earlier, people like us that are informed are the one to change the narrative in terms of false information spreading so fast, incorrect information spreading so fast. And if people desist from doing the attitude of first to share, there will be ample time for informations to be cross-checked. So it's just like media houses. When you bring a storyline, there are several levels of confirmation before it goes into print. But because the digital revolution came in, and we are all happy trying to embrace it, and also converting our older generation into digital savvy people. There is no onboarding for people. There is no segregation. It's just everybody comes on board. And the way people, like I mentioned, the way people use social media is so, some people, what they use social media for is posting the kind of food that they are eating. And you see someone will cook in the kitchen and you will snap and send it to the whole world. That is his own understanding of how to use social media. Such person, after 3 to 4 years, we stop sharing such content. We go into something else. Maybe we'll be dancing on the screen. So that is their own understanding of how media is being used. But they have also forgotten that media is a tool, is your voice. Okay, so for example, now INEC has not opened up campaign a period, campaign window in Nigeria. But I bet it with you that people are campaigning via the media. People are pushing out materials via the media. I was telling someone and I said that in the coming years, what we should be expecting from INEC is a regulation of the media space as far as election is concerned. And it's going to get to that place because media was not part of INEC's, they've not gone through that space before. The digital revolution has never been in existence as far as INEC is concerned. But now that they see that the digital will play a lot of, looking at the statistics that INEC released, that over 61% belongs to the youth category. Definitely INEC is going to get into a level where they will regulate what is being churned out on the media space. Politically and even professional. Politically, they are going to do the regulation in such a way that when will you be able to start campaigning? What kind of campaign can you do? And what are the limits for you when you're doing your campaign and all of that on social media? So it's something that we are looking forward to. It is innovative. It's the space is so big, and we will not stop sensitizing people on what needed to be done, because the danger of having false and incorrect information going outside is very, 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 very. The danger is of high risk to the society. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, I would have given you a round of applause. Thank you so much. I can see that you are well rooted in what media is all about. And I believe his distinguished Senator Gomez will benefit a lot from your knowledge. Thank you so much. Well, I would like us to stop here for today because we may not be able to finish in the next 5 hours. So I think we can take up the next topic, that is misinformation and disinformation, next 2 weeks, where we can be able to speak very well about it. So I really appreciate you. I thank you for being part of this program. It has been wonderful for the past 1.5 hours when we started. We thank you so much. We thank you so much. We thank you so much. Thank you for your presence. We welcome you, Mr. Ayo John. You are welcome, sir. So we are about to rounding up. So next 2 weeks is going to be another day. And I believe we are all going to be part of the next program. We might also change our time to make it convenient for other people. Please, I would like us to say 1 or 2 things before I round up so that we'll continue next 2 weeks. The floor is open for everybody. Maybe the time and what do we think we can also do? Mr. John, you can say something because I can see you just joining us. Honorable Enola, you can also just drop a word before we move on.
Good afternoon. I will have. I didn't really have much to say at this moment because I wasn't in the
chat in
I
the
didn't
program.
know what was discussed, so I will have no what to contribute. I think the content of what was put out about the discussion topic is something that is of interest. So I will love to hear what is coming out from you. But I think I will try and join in earlier tomorrow. So
no, it's going to be next 2 weeks. It's a fortnight
next
program.
2 weeks, okay, all right.
Yes.
So I will try and join in earlier.
Thank you, thank you. Mr. Stephen Oguleye.
Okay, so thank you. Comrade Ayo, good to have you on here. All the way from Surulere. So thank you. I think today's session is mind-blowing, revealing, and educative as well. I will look forward to next 2 weeks when we'll be having the session again. I want to believe that we also need to give the much needed publicity for these sessions. So what we can also do is few minutes before the program commences, we have to send the link again across all our platforms. So what I would do is I see that it's limited to a particular platform. Once you share the link, I will amplify it in other platforms as well, so that we can have the necessary people to participate here and be able to have be able to pass our message to a larger audience.
I think you also can do that. We are all into it together. So,
yes.
So I'll be contacting you also. I will appreciate spreading the news across so that we can all benefit from this. Thank you so much. Well, on behalf of myself and the whole team of Lara Williams Media, I want to say thank you once again for your time. It's been nice having you around. Definitely, I want you to know that I also gained a lot from our brainstorming discussion. So, and in next 2 weeks, we'll be coming together again to put up a more better information about misinformation, about disinformation, and also malinformation. I want to say thank you very much for being part of this. And I pray that the Almighty God will see us through. More to see you in 2 weeks' time, and also to gain more from all of you. Thank you. I love you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.